Happy New Year, everybody! It is officially 2023. Can you believe it? 2022 is over. But I thought, let's look back at 2022 and also look ahead at 2023. So I've organized some categories to look back at 2022. And the first category is Best Travel Experience of 2022. So I think my best travel experience this past year was White Sands, and that's just because it's a really special place. White sand dunes are not like regular sand dunes with beach sand. It's really, really rare, and it was so incredible to visit a place like that because it's not an everyday thing you find everywhere. So I think it was an awesome experience visiting White Sands. The other category that relates and is the opposite is the worst travel experience of 2022. So for worst travel experience, I don't really think I had one. I think there were some moments where it was not the best, like for example during flight delays. On my St. Louis trip, my flight got delayed by an hour, or on the past Albany trip that I just went on it, they also got delayed by about an hour. So I haven't really had a terrible travel experience. Everything has been pretty smooth, pretty good. The next category is the best moment of 2022. So for best moment, I think that one's a tough one because there's been a lot of best moments, but I think I'll name a few. So the first one was when I uploaded my first vlog. And that was really special because that was what started this channel. And I remember the day when I clicked publish and it was officially on YouTube. And filming that first vlog at Bandelier and Pecos National Park, that was something that was really, really special. And just to look back on that moment, it was quite a huge moment. The next best moment, flying. So when I got to fly again in September, that was on my St. Louis trip. That was a really fun experience. I always love flying. Flying is just something that is awesome. And getting to fly was really good because I hadn't flown for quite some time. And getting to get back in the air was awesome because being in the air and watching the world go by from below is just something that I really enjoy. And then another best moment, I think, was when I gained my first subscriber. That was a really special moment when somebody actually clicked subscribe on my channel. So when you first start on YouTube, you're not gonna gain subscribers that fast because that's just how the YouTube algorithm and everything works. But when somebody clicks subscribe, it was really awesome. And when my channel started growing even more, that was an incredible moment to see that people actually like my content and people were watching. And then another thing that ties into it is the worst moment of 2022. There was the time where I was editing a vlog. It was the Great Sand Dunes vlog where I went to the Great Sand Dunes in Colorado. And I just finished up the vlog. And for my editing software, I used Final Cut Pro. It was all done. Everything was ready. I was ready to export it and then start uploading it to YouTube. And right as I was finishing, Final Cut Pro crashed. That entire vlog gone. And that was a terrible moment because I just spent a lot of time editing that vlog and then it was completely gone. So I had to restart completely. And I didn't have that much time left because it was the day before I was gonna upload that vlog. So I had to do really speedy editing and it wasn't really that good because when you're in a rush, things don't really go well. So that was definitely not a good moment. Losing a whole vlog that I just worked so hard on to edit. And I think that's really the only worst moment of 2022 that I can think of. The next category is travel destination of 2022. So the travel destination for me, it's a tough one, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Albany on that one. So Albany was a place that I had never been to. And the Albany vlog, if you haven't watched that vlog, make sure to go watch that one after you watch this one. But that was something where I hadn't been to the Northeast for a really long time, and getting to go back there was awesome. And even though it was winter and cold in the Northeast, it was still awesome to visit Albany because Albany is just a really nice city, and that whole area was awesome. So if you haven't watched that series yet, go make sure to go watch the videos in that series. And now I'm gonna move on to questions. So I feel like there's some questions that I don't really answer that well in videos because like behind the scenes and stuff like that. So I think let's talk about behind the scenes because that's something that a few people have asked before. So behind the scenes, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes. And number one is planning. And planning takes a long time. All the trips you see that I go on, I don't just go on them like that. I have to plan them and it takes a really long time. Everything has to be perfect. It all has to be super organized, and planning takes, again, a really long time. So that is the first part of making a vlog, is planning everything. The second part is actually going and filming and visiting that place, which also takes time because I have to get all my filming equipment ready because I have a GoPro and then a gimbal, microphone, and then all of that. So I have to get that ready, and then my camera. Then I have to go and film the vlog, and it takes a lot of time, and there's a lot of bad takes that happen where I mess up in words and I have to retake a shot over and over again. And that is also really hard to do because filming and making everything look perfect, it's really hard. But after I film, it's still not over, and I have to edit the vlog next. So every single vlog, shorts, anything on my channel was edited by me. I haven't hired an editor to do that. I don't have anybody else do it. I edit the vlogs. So that's all those vlogs, that's me who made them. So it takes a long time, and it can take days to edit just a 10-minute video, which is really stressful, especially when you're on a schedule and you don't have an infinite amount of time because you have to get the vlog out on time. So it's definitely something that is a big process and it takes a long time. That is what happens behind the scenes. And the next thing I also want to talk about is my filming equipment. And if you're interested in what I use a DJI OM5 gimbal, and then I have a GoPro Hero 10, and then iPhone 14, and then a Ceramic lavalier microphone. So if you're interested in, say, you want to start a vlogging channel or any type of channel and you're just interested in what filming equipment I use, there you go. So now you know what I use to make those vlogs. And then after all of that is done, once I publish a video, it is still not over because then that video has to get viewed, and that is all thanks to you guys. So you guys viewing that video is what causes it to take off and get views. So the whole process is a huge process. Again, it is something that a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to have a YouTube channel, because another thing is I have to find the right music to put in the videos because I get my music from Epidemic Sound. If you're interested in that, link in the description. And no, that's not an ad, but I get music from there, so I have to find the right songs, and it's just a huge process. What's ahead for 2023? So 2023, this is going to be a big year, and I already have a lot of things in the works planning, and I'm planning some big trips, including international ones. So stay tuned for those. Make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications because you don't want to miss when I leave the US soon. And I also have some domestic trips in the US, some really, really fun things planned. So I'm so excited. It's a new year and I have a whole 12 months to make good content and just enjoy, because 2022 was a good year with the half that I had when I started the channel. But now it is time to get things into full swing, and watch out for my website because I am in the works of making a website, and also Instagram accounts and socials. I'm also getting those started. So it's going to be a big start to the year and I can't wait, and I really hope this year turns out well because I'm so excited to have a fresh year to do everything and make awesome content for you guys. And the last thing that I want to talk about is, I guess, the goal for this channel, because I haven't said this much, but when I started this channel, my whole goal was to visit 50 states, and I don't really have a time because it's just tough when you're in school and then you travel when you're off school and weekends. So I haven't really had a time, and most likely maybe something by the beginning of 2025 or end of 2024, something like that maybe. And visiting all 50 states, it's tough, but I really want to see what every single US state has to offer, and also visiting new countries. That's another big thing. So I haven't really talked about that much. In my intros, you see like state number 350, 450, 250. So that's what really the goal is to visit all 50 states by some time, and I can't wait for that to happen. And that's something that I've been really interested in, but I've never publicly shared it that much. But there you go, that's it. And I think that's pretty much about it. So that's what's pretty much looking ahead for 2023 and the recap of 2022. So I hope you enjoyed this video, just looking back on everything and hearing about my experiences and everything that happened this past year. So make sure to stay tuned. There will be some awesome vlogs this year, I can promise you that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.